I was talking to a friend at the gym the other day, and he said to me, "Did you see what happened to so and so on maths the other night?" And I said to him, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he said, "Married at First Sight. You know the show?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've heard of the show." And he says, "Yeah, dude, this thing happened to this person on the show. That's pretty crazy, right?" And right then, it dawned on me there are so many people that are addicted to drama. Hi, my name is Lisiate Tonga, and welcome to another episode of Tips from My Garage. If you are a binge watcher of reality TV shows like Love Island or any of the Housewives or Married at First Sight, anything similar to that, and you just can't wait to get into your little groups online and start talking about the latest goss in those episodes that you just watched, then you are actually addicted to drama. And this also means that you are surrounded by other people who are also addicted to drama. And this behavior is rife in people that have two beliefs. The first belief is that they believe they have all the time in the world. And the second thing is that they have conceded that they live a mediocre existence. And so, how do I know this? Well, I know this because people who are driven, who live with purpose, who focus on improving their circumstances, their lives, and the lives of the people that they're surrounded by, they live as if time is finite. As a result, they don't like wasting time on things that are trivial, like drama. They guard their space, they guard their time, they guard their minds because they don't want to use the space that they have to fill it with things that are not going to move them in the direction that they're trying to move to reach their goals, to get to the next level, to improve their lives in whatever way they can. They don't waste their time with those sort of things. And it's the same thing with the daily news. So if you watch the news religiously in the morning when you wake up, when you come home from work, and you watch it online as well, you're always trying to stay up to date on the most current events and what's going on in the world right now, then you're also addicted to drama. And incidentally, people that love watching reality TV shows, drama reality TV shows, also love watching the news. And the reason why is because drama is drama. It doesn't matter where it comes from. All the major networks specialize in spinning drama. CNN, Fox, your local TV channel 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 100, 101. They specialize in getting people hooked on drama. Bob and Mary died in a car crash on the way home last night. 85 people died in a tornado in Texas. Justin Bieber just sold his house for $17.4 million dollars. I mean, really, what are we actually supposed to do with that information? If we just took the time to think about what we're supposed to do with that information, we would quickly come to find that it is useless. It is worth nothing. All it is fear mongering mixed with celebrity gossip. And the thing is these networks, they make it important to us by talking about it. And people think that they're being educated and informed when they're watching the news, but the truth is that they're only getting a perspective from one lens or another. Objectivity no longer exists in today's news. There's no longer arguments from different perspectives, facts that are stated, and the opportunity for the consumer to make up their own minds or come to their own conclusions based on all the facts surrounding whatever an event or an incident might be. The networks now just want us to believe what they want us to believe. And they found that the best way to do that is to keep us addicted to drama, to use fear mongering and brain bubblegum. They start talking about celebrity things like what so and so was wearing to the Met Gala the other day. Who cares? What are we supposed to do with that? And then you got social media, which is the biggest drama queen of them all. And they get us hooked on this clickbait with titles like Candace hates the military, and you go into the article and next minute you're down a rabbit hole about the president of France and how his wife used to be a man. I mean, what are we doing here? Like, what are we supposed to do with that information? How is that helping us to solve the complex issues that we have in our lives? Like, how is that bettering us in any way? Recent studies, and also including those posted on the Natural Library of Medicine, what they state is that there are literally hundreds of millions of people glued to drama online for an average of 3 to 5 hours a day, and 5 to 10 hours for those more problematic. And this is largely driven by the distraction that it offers from our own personal reflection. So rather than take the time to look in the mirror and examine our own flaws and do the work that's required to better ourselves, it's easier for us, and we would rather talk about other people's flaws because that helps us to feel good about ourselves. And as long as we can do that for a period of time, then we can sustain that good feeling for that length of time, so long as we have others around us that are doing the same thing. And there are no shortages of others that want to indulge in the same drama, because everyone collectively wants to feel good. And if everyone can feel better about themselves, as long as they can talk about somebody else's faults and somebody else's misfortune, because really at the end of the day, misery loves company. So if this resembles a good portion of the time that you spend on a daily basis talking about other people, gossiping, watching TV shows, reality TV drama, um, engaging in drama in social media, watching the news all the time, and you're surrounded by other people who are into the same thing that you are, this is a very low quality existence that you've created for yourself. So let's play this movie out and see if it makes sense. So let's say a year from now, you got the same lifestyle, you have the same routine, the same drama. What have you learned? How has your life got better? How have you bettered others in your life? How have you grown? How have you become a better version of yourself? Are you happy? Are you proud of yourself? Or do you think that if you could take that time back, you would do things differently? And if you were to look back on your life, could you say that that was time well spent? Your mind is like your body. You become what you put in it. So if you put crap into your body, then that crap is going to show on the outside. If you put crap into your mind, that's going to show up in your behavior. If you feed your mind drama, then you're going to become drama. The thing is that drama attracts more drama, but it repulses those who are focused on bettering their lives. And that's why those two worlds will never collide. And the truth is that we're all going to die. And the reality is, the hard reality is that death is going to come a lot sooner and quicker and unexpected for some of us. But for the majority of us, it's going to come slowly, and it's going to come with lots of time for us to be able to reflect back on the lives that we lived, and ironically with no time to do anything about it, because we will be incapable to make any changes to the consequences of the decisions that we've made. And these are things that we're going to have to live out. At that moment, we will have one of two experiences. We're either going to have peace of mind, or we're going to have regret. And if we have regret, then there's going to be a lot of wishful yearning, a lot of pain, emotional distress for the decisions that we've made and the consequences that we're reaping of those decisions. We're going to wish that we could turn the clock back, that we had more time, because if we had more time, we would make different decisions about our lives. We would do this differently. We would do that differently. We wouldn't have spent so much time on drama and talking about things that don't really matter. And we would have wanted to use that time again to do things where we could be living our lives to the fullest. But alas, that is the state that we're going to pass this world into the next. So, how do we get unaddicted to drama? Well, the answer to that is both simple and it's complicated. The simple part is not a surprise or a secret, it's simple. Stop feeding on drama and start developing a growth mindset. And so, how do you do that? Well, you take the time that you would normally waste on drama and then you replace it instead with things that are going to broaden your horizon. There's a number of things that you can do: read books, study, learn a skill, learn a language, develop a hobby. Just there are so many things. The list is endless, but anything that's going to help you to broaden your horizon, that's what you do. And you do that instead of indulging in the drama. That's how simple it is. And what about the friends, you say? Well, that's a little bit more complicated because they have to go too, at least for a period of time while you take time to sort yourself out. The only way that this works is if you successfully remove all the drama from your life and you adopt a new perspective on living with purpose. Anything less will have you stuck in a vicious cycle that you will eventually concede to. I hope that was helpful. I'll see you next time. If you like this episode and would like to see more like it and would like more information on how to feed your mind the right things and get unaddicted to drama, then subscribe and follow me for more content like this. And for those that are more serious about addiction, check me out on my Skool group on how to overcome addictions using my faith based program.